what's up, everybody? This is LJ Johnson. I am your host of the LJ Show. Welcome to the LJ Show. We have to talk about Jamal Bryant. Lying again. He is one of the biggest false teachers out there. Apostates. I personally call him an apostate. That's basically what it is. If you read the book of Jude, it lays out about worrying and being careful of apostates. That's exactly what Jamal Bryant is. He's an apostate. So he lies about black on black crime. So let's check this out.
I like talking to people.
Yeah.
It took a white man to tell me, and he apologized prior to. Anytime somebody say, I don't mean no offense,
Oh, yeah.
something that's about to be offensive.
Offensive is coming.
Here it comes. So having this conversation, he's saying this in a straight face.
Yeah.
He says, how is it when a black man kill a black man, it's not really outrage.
Yeah.
But when a white man kills a black man, it's gonna start a riot.
The American media has manipulated the narrative of crime. Black on black crime is a made up thing. You have never heard white on white crime. Never heard the Asian on Asian crime. They have tried to fraction and compartmentalize us to feel as if where the crime is where we are.
Okay, go ahead.
This guy just completely amazes me every time. He completely amazes me every time. The way that it's just the way that he lies. The way that he lies. And it's you could tell he's trying to gain something from it. He's definitely trying to gain something from it. It's just the way that he lies, right? There's no way that you can say with a straight face that there's no such thing as black on black crime. There's no way that you could say that with a straight face. Unless you're like literally trying to lie to gain something. He's one of the biggest race hustlers. He's a false teacher. I don't even call him a pastor. I call him Jamal. He's not a pastor to me. I'm a you pastor. He's not a pastor to me. This is a lie. There's no such thing as black on black crime. Wow.
Lead murderers in America are white men. The lead robbers in America are white men. The largest amount of rapists are white men. The highest number of domestic abusers is white men. The highest number of arrested pedophiles is white men. The greatest number of drug dealers arrested is white men. But if you ask the average American who are the proponents of crime, is a black face to it. The debate, same presidential debate, they're now trying to create this narrative that the immigrants are bringing in the crime because they never want to own up to what it is that they have done. Part of our responsibility is to pull the sheets off. We had a shooting here in Georgia not long ago. A young man named Colt, 14 years old, went and shot up his high school. His father's now being charged. Can you imagine what conversation me and you would be having if Colt was black and Colt's black father gave him a gun? As Colt's white father gave him a gun at 14 for Christmas. The television, the internet would explode on the irresponsibility of black fathers, on why it is that young black men have guns and are carrying guns. It has always shifted to make black men feel hyper-aggressive, hypersexual, and hyper-criminalized. It's part of a larger, historic, original sin of America that always criminalizes and points their fingers at black men when it's absolutely not true. The overwhelming majority, Cam, of black men who are under penal supervision are under penal supervision for nonviolent offenses. They're on ankle bracelets, home monitors, on parole, on probation, for possession, not for distribution. It may not sound like it's significant, but it's very meaningful. And so that's why it is that we've got to ask the hard and the difficult questions. Where is criminal justice in America? And is justice just us?
That's a lot to unpack. But as a black man in America,
Yes.
as an interviewer,
Yes.
I can't choose sides.
Yes.
So there is some truth to what you were saying, but also there is some hypocrisy in some of those things too. Because when you're talking about the most dangerous cities in America, you ain't seen the consensus in 2024, 2023, 2022.
Yes.
But you know, 9 times out of 10, where are those cities?
Watch the lie that's about to be told. Watch the other lie that's about to be told. Now, this is the same talking point that you normally hear from liberals and black activists and liberal activists when it comes to black on black crime, about it being a myth, about it not being something that's really going on. They want to say, bro, per capita. If you look at it's because of where people are living. It's because of the biggest cities. That's the reason why you have this high number, because of the per capita. But I'm about to show you guys some stats here in a minute that Jamal is neglecting to say.
It's going to be
Where it is the most populated. So you have to do the demographics on where the crime is happening per capita. The reality is the largest amount of drug addiction, drug selling, and drug possession. It's not Chicago, it's not New York, it's not DC, it's in the rural areas. As long as it was in the inner city, it was criminalized. When the white communities, then it's hospitalized. We made drug addiction a medical issue when it got in the hands of white teenagers. When it got in the hands of black teenagers, lock them up and throw away the key. The data is clear. You got to look it up. It'll show you per capita where it is that it is happening, but it's the rural areas. In major cities like Baltimore, where it is that I'm from, Charlotte, where it is that you were, crime is going down. And crime is going down because employment is going up.
Now, we all got our hands on ChatGPT. Everybody has access to ChatGPT. Now, what I did was I put in these. I know for a fact Jamal is lying. I'm not going to call him pastor, bishop, whatever he wants to be called. I know for a fact Jamal is lying. One of the reasons I know for a fact is because my degree is criminology, and I study crime stats all the time. My wife, I drive her insane with it, but I do it because I love to do it. I love to see what's actually going on here in America. But I know that he's lying, okay? Now, just because I study crime stats all the time. Now, the per capita thing is a lie. It's a complete lie. And let me ask you guys something. When you think about crime, what is the most important thing to you as far as like your safety in your community, your safety in your house, your safety for your family? What is the most important crime when you think about that, as far as like your safety? Murder, homicide, right? Murder, homicide. Now, what I will say is Jamal, he is correct when it comes to drug offenses, okay? But that kills his argument about it being a race thing and trying to put the media and is out to get black men as far as like how they betray us and everything like that. That kills his whole argument. But when it comes to the rural America, yes, that's where most of the drug offenses and drug selling is happening, okay? And as far as like the farms and all that stuff. But when it comes to murder and homicides, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this. Let's look at this. White victims, okay? And the single offender homicides where both races were known. So when there's a homicide and a murder, this is when the police they put in their what's that called? The police report about what race was the offender, what race was the victim. Okay, so white offenders. This was out of 3,299 cases. Now if you want to say, well, LJ, this ChatGPT got this from Wikipedia. Well, this is Wikipedia. Also, the FBI Bureau of Investigation. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay, so that's the UCR, Uniform Crime Report. So whenever you hear people talk about crime stats, you need to go to what we call the Uniform Crime Report. Uniform Crime Report. Okay, so this is coming from Wikipedia, UCR. Yeah, and the UCR. So white offenders, 2,594. That's 78%. and black or African offenders 566, 17.2%. Okay, this is from white victims. Okay, so 566 black people killed the white victims. Okay, but they were majority killed by white offenders. Okay, so black victims. Okay, 2,906 cases. Right now, mind you, black America is 13% of the population. One of the reasons why we're 13% of the population is because we keep aborting our babies, but that's another video. Also, black or African American offenders. Look at this. Look at this, guys. 88%. 88% to 78%. Okay, now let's see how many white offenders kill black people. 8%. Look at the black number up here as far as like how many black people kill white people. 17% compared to 8%. Jamal. You lied again. Caught you. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is LJ Show. Thank you for joining me. Keep it locked. See you next time.